Well.
Oh, dang, you heard what they said to push you off the bus.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
That's mean.
Hey, what's up, man? Glad you came. Some nice things for you today. Like your t-shirts?
He's got a better one.
Jeez. Yeah. What do you have?
I'm official.
Record. And that's the zoom right there and then record.
I've never operated one of these.
I like the background. I like the background. The background. It's the back, but yeah, but it's not up to that.
Everybody out class. Hey, everybody come on up and listen.
We're listening.
All right, welcome to Cal State Monterey Bay. My name's Andrew Gomez. Some of you might know me. A couple of you have already been here. Basically, what we're going to do today is show you a little bit about what it is to be at a college and how to fund your college education and what important things you need to do in high school in order to fund it and get here. This is Tasha.
I graduated last year.
This is Stephanie.
I graduated.
We're all former students of Roosevelt High School. So we're just going to give you a little tour today. So go ahead and follow me, and if you have any questions during the tour, go ahead and stop me or stop these two, and they'll be able to assist you. You look like you just woke up. All right, so come with us. One semester. It's really important to get good grades, mainly because there's a lot of programs that will help you pay with your books. I paid $250 this semester for all my books. How much did you guys pay? $250 for 3 books. See, so it's around $200, $300. Also, there's just memorabilia in here and stuff. But buying books is part of the biggest aspect that you'll do in college. It'll be the most expensive. I've been here since my 6th year at CCMB, and if you figure if I spend about $300 each semester, $600 a year times 6, that's almost $3,600. So it's quite a bit of money just on books alone. This is our university center. Freshman, these are freshmen, I'm a senior. Freshman, senior. What we do here is we hold a lot of conferences here. People come hold dances and whatnot. We're going to give you, we're going to go in here and do a little introduction. So go in and right all the way to the end. Does anybody need to use the restroom? There's a restroom on the left side when you enter. Use the restroom.
I have a question. Don't most seniors graduate in 4 years?
Oh wait, I heard that one too. Oh, good one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
We'll talk about that a little later. We'll talk about that when you're a senior. You know what? They told me in high school to stay in school. That's what I'm doing. I'm staying in school. All right, so let's go.
Good answer.
No, you don't. You close it with it. Hey, what are they doing?
In Fresno, we don't get out much, and so Mr. Sellers is taking a picture of a toilet. I'm catching it on film, so you'll remember you had him for biology, Mr. Gomez.
It's a pretty weird toilet.
Have pictures? Any questions about like what you have to bring to the dorms and everything?
How big are you guys' dorms?
They used to be barracks where they used to put 6 guys to a room, so they're pretty big.
Yeah,
For
and
2
especially if
people.
you only have 2 people. Like I only have a roommate, so it's pretty big for me.
No, we live like across the.
Which is probably
Yeah.
good because you never want to be a roommate with your friend because you guys will end up wanting to kill each other. Because right now me and my roommate are having friction, and her roommate have friction once in a while because just you're always with them, always in their room. So I don't know, just try to think of who you want to have as a roommate.
Angels.
Any other questions?
The student housing, how much does that cost?
2,000 a semester, which is not bad because Fresno State is like $4,000 semester. So it's like half. So CSUB is like the cheapest, because the total of tuition a year would cost you like $8,000-9,000, and anywhere else would cost you like $10,000 to $12,000 to go for a whole year. So
So it's actually cheaper to go here than it would be to go there.
yeah, it is.
And you'll probably get more financial aid and just Cal grants, because if you're going away, then they'll give you more. The more, yeah. I got a lot of money financially. I got
What's the GPA requirement?
my what?
The GPA requirement.
It's 2.5. All CSUs are 2.5. So
2.5 is not
if
hard.
you get above that, you get more money. So just keep that in mind. You don't want to say, oh, I could get in because I have a 2.5. You have to remember there's thousands and thousands of kids, and a lot of them are international, and they could always beat the 2.5. So you can keep that in mind.
Just you have to have the good grades. Anything.
And like dedication, because in college you have to make yourself go to class, because you don't have to, but you're paying for it. So yeah, that's why I wake up in the morning. Yeah, so.
And then always have your classes later, 'cause it's so good.
Yeah,
I
don't have them in the night.
I wake up at 9 every day, which is pretty good. And then, I have an 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock class at night. No, 10 o'clock, 8 to 10 at night, which is kind of bad, but it's because I registered a little late, so make sure you register early, because you'll get crappy classes if you register late. And the better your classes are, try to get them as close as possible, and then get it all out of the way, and
Yeah.
you have your weekend.
Because I have class from,
Huh?
on average, 50 minutes or an hour and 50 minutes.
An hour and 50 minutes.
But then like if you want to just get a class done within like a day, it's 4 hours. And it depends on how many units that class is. For every unit is for every hour, so you have to remember that. So don't try to do like 40 classes. There's not 40 hours in a day. So
Any other questions?
Do they accept like AP scholars?
yeah,
Is there like a limit or?
I don't think so. I took 2 AP classes. It just
Did you
depends
pass
on
them? Did you pass
if you
them?
pass them. We weren't talking
If
about
you pass them, sometimes they won't the class won't transfer over,
If
but
you
the
pass
credit
the class
will.
or the exam?
The exam.
The exam. If you pass the class, it doesn't really mean
It
anything. It's
doesn't.
just
The
your grade.
units are what matters. So
So, like, say you pass AP government. Say they don't have a government class here.
they'll give you those.
They'll give you the
units.
credit, but you won't have the class done.
The
You
class
still have
will
to
be
take another
called
government
AP
class.
government.
So.
Now, one of the classes that you took in high school, like the core classes, do colleges really require those core classes that they tell you that you need, like Algebra 2 and
Like the
Geometry
trig and
in 4 years of English?
Yeah.
And
took trig for no reason. No.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, but
Do?
you have to have the limit, but you don't have to go.
No, but you have to take the classes they tell you, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to take the class.
You can't say, oh, it doesn't sound
they
like,
won't
oh, I
accept
don't
you.
need to take it. Yeah, if it says you need it, then you need to take it. Because then you'll be paying for a class you didn't take if you get accepted. But then you have to think the other students who were smart and they did decide to take it and go beyond that, they have a better chance than you. So you always want to go up and beyond. That's what you want to do.
Any other questions?
What do you want to major in? Talk about the future.
Okay, right now I'm deciding to major in HCOM, Human Communications. There you go. And with emphasis in pre-law, and then I want to minor in psychology, but I'm not for sure yet, and that's just still iffy. But yeah, because I plan to go on to law school.
My major is collaborative health science. It's social work. Yeah, and then I want to go, I want to get my minor in psychology, but then hopefully when I get a job I could get my PhD in psychology.
Any questions?
Freshmen, senior. Freshmen, senior.
Seniors.
So, what I'm going to do right now is just tell you a little bit about myself. We have a couple other people who are going to come in later.
Wait, wake up.
Still have classes. Right now, there's 11 students that are attending CSU Monterey Bay who come from Roosevelt High School. I graduated in the spring of '99, which was about 6 years ago. give or take, give or take. But there's other people like, you're going to see later, I'll let them introduce themselves later, that you're going to see who come from the same high school, but not just the same high school, the same backgrounds and the same neighborhoods, same cultures and whatnot.
McKinsey and Barton, guys. McKinsey and Barton.
Well, we'll get to streets later. I'll tell you all the streets where I come from. So, a little bit about myself. I went to 5 elementary schools in 2 years. And basically, when you go to 5 elementary schools in 2 years, you miss a lot of your education. I got to my junior high years, and I really didn't enjoy school. I didn't enjoy attending school. And I acted out that kind of attitude in my classrooms, and my teachers treated me that way. So I know you guys can imagine how you get into a class and you have a student who's probably the worst student in that class. Well, that was me in junior high. In my freshman year of high school, at Roosevelt High School.
That was you in high school?
Well, I dropped out as a freshman in high school. I had a lot of problems. I have 4 older brothers, an older sister, single parent family. And so it was really difficult going to school. We were really poor. We're always moving around. We were a migrant family growing up, and so I really didn't have a stable home a lot of the time, and school really didn't have any purpose in my life at that time. I re-entered school in my sophomore year for a couple reasons, mainly that Roosevelt High School provided breakfast and lunch during the day, Monday through Friday. And if you guys don't know, a lot of people go to school just to eat. And I went to school because we got breakfast in the morning, and I ended up staying for the rest of the day to get lunch. And I was lucky to join a cross-country team. As you guys know, we got cross-country team people here. Ran cross-country for the years that I was there. And so I got back into school, and I was lucky to get the help that I needed. I was always at school about 6:15, 6:30 in the morning, doing my algebra homework, doing whatever homework I had.
See, I told you, remember, that people do show up at 6:30 to do homework?
A lot of people do show up at that time in the morning because what else do you have to do when you're really, really poor and there's not much to do at home and family life is pretty dysfunctional. So I entered school, came back, and I was told that I'm not going to graduate with my graduating class. And I was told this because I missed a whole year of school. And in order to make that up, I mean, it was going to take a miracle. But I was able to accomplish that through different programs on campus and through the help of teachers who you guys know. And so what happened is, about to my junior year, I realized that I had a really high GPA. And Mr. Way told me, you can be a valedictorian or maybe a salutatorian, which is a 3.9 or 4.0. You can graduate with that. And I was surprised because not only did I have this high GPA, but I was the first one in my family ever to make it past my junior year in high school. None of my other siblings had ever made it past the junior year in high school. And so I was in new territory, and it was kind of a big surprise because coming home every day and finding out that I'm actually a really good student and I could go somewhere, it kind of didn't really mean much to my family because they really didn't know what that meant in the long run. So my senior year, I graduated, the top of my class, 3.97, and what happened was I ended up getting a lot of money for school. I got so much money that one year I had about $4,000 extra, and I went and bought a car. My car's outside. But I got here my freshman year, and for the first time, they handed me a refund check for $1,500, and that was the most money I ever had in my whole entire life at that point. And I had to learn how to get a checking account. And so it was a big step for me because no one in my family had gone to college. I didn't really know anybody here. Actually, I didn't know anybody here. And so I was kind of going to a new place. But I really had no choice because when I left Fresno, I was living with friends. And about my beginning of my senior year, I lived with friends for the whole year. So I really didn't have a choice when I got here about what I was going to do. My only option was just to really work hard and do good in school, and that's basically what I did here. So that was kind of my background. But I was lucky that I got those good grades. What was really important is I got those good grades, because those good grades not only got me the scholarships that you can apply for, but it got me the financial aid grants from California that a lot of students get as long as they get certain GPAs. And if you're above a 3.0, you automatically qualify for certain grants. And that's really important for you guys to understand, is that you can go to any school and just apply for these grants, and you'll get them just because of your GPA. And I got a lot of those grants, I got a lot of those scholarships because, you know, I had a high GPA. And so right now what I did is, my sophomore year, we have a club called the Roadrunners, that you guys might know of. These are our new cool t-shirts. And basically the Health Academy was coming up here my sophomore year, and they said, well, why don't you give us a tour of the campus? And that's kind of how all this started. And so I'm going to introduce to you a couple other members of our club who are also Roosevelt High School members, and we'll take it away.
So I'll go first. My name is Angel Garibaldo. I graduated last year, class of 2004 from Roosevelt High School. And say a little bit about myself. I come from a family of 5. Yeah, I have one brother, one sister. I'm the first generation, so I'm the first one that come to college out of my family. Most of my cousins, they usually try it out, and then they usually just drop out. You know, it's just a hassle to put up with everything. Just not just economically, and you know, just about your life. You know, so I'm the first one to come to college. I wasn't born here; I was born in Mexico. So if you guys hear me speaking Spanish, you know, I'm trip out because a lot of people do. And I just want to say that talking about school, talking about getting here, it's not that difficult as you think. It's a lot of paperwork, there's a lot of deadlines, but it's not as difficult. I mean, if you have good grades, your GPA is what's going to get you here. That's what's going to bring you the money. When I started applying for colleges, I didn't know where I was going to go. I had no clue. When I started looking at Monterey, sorry, I got a little sick this weekend. I started looking at Monterey, and I kind of liked it because we were like by the coast, and I don't know, I just felt like just getting away. And I was lucky enough to bring a couple of my friends with me, which were Stephanie, Tasha, Sergio, and Robert, which you guys will meet later. And they all came up here together. We all came up here together. And it's just like a community away from a community. It's something that you're gonna have to. It's like a family away from your family. It's something you're gonna have to build while you're here. Now going back to GPA. That's why I thought about how am I going to pay for this. I mean, it's by the coast, it's going to be expensive. How am I going to do this? So I started applying for some scholarships. Any seniors in here? No? Sophomore, juniors? A couple seniors? There's a Bustos Lopez scholarship. One of the best scholarships out there. I mean, they get you gifts and they pay for your college. Let's just say that. I got $5,000 from them, and actually got $1,000 from PG&E. I got $600 from SPC Pacific Bell, and $250 from some small, mom and pop shop, just like a little restaurant thing. Totaled, I didn't have to pay for anything, which was pretty good. I lived off this is my first semester here. I didn't have to work, and I got about, I think, $1,000 back. Estimate about $1,000 back. So I lived off of that, and with that I paid for my phone bill and for gas. All my expenses are paid because the school pays for everything. The school here pays for everything. I mean, tuition I didn't have to worry about. There's different programs that pay for that. For example, you can get a housing grant, and they'll pay for your, wherever you live. You can get apply for different. Anybody here from migrant? No. Miss Buchanan, I think it is. Is it Miss Buchanan still? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Buchanan. You should, probably try applying if you can. I mean, I'm part of the migrant program, and what they do is, I got offered a job in high school, and that's when I started working. And from there, I came on to here, and I was still part of the club or part of the program. It's called CAMP, College Assistant Migrant Program, and they helped me with my books, so I don't have to pay money for books. It's out of my pocket. I don't have to pay anything for that.
What did your books cost this semester?
$217.
When you talk about your GPA being important, what was your high school GPA?
My high school GPA was a 3.5 or 3. No, actually no. I was 1 point away from being a Salutatorian.
You're 3.8.
Yeah, it's like 3.7 something. Yeah. So I mean, counts a lot. Anybody else?
Ernesto Rojas, second year here. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. There was a lot of help that I got from Mr. Wade and going to his tutorials in the morning. You should take advantage of that because it's fun. I never had time to do homework at home. There was always problems I had, personal problems. I just, just work hard. That's it. That's all you have to do. Do all your work and try to do your best in it, and the grades come along with it and everything else. And like they say, the money and all that stuff. And
So what was your high school GPA?
3.89 or something. Yeah. I never thought I could get those grades, so I was pretty happy just coming over here. It was a big transition coming from, an all-Mexican school, and then coming over here. The real world, you kind of get, minority and all that stuff, that freaked me out. But then, people here are, they just want to make friends. They want to be everyone. It's cool here. There's no problem with that. So I thought that was all right. And you make new friends and you have a good time. The other part is parties and all that stuff. But you have to do your homework first and then go where you're going to go. So it's fun. As I say, it's fun.
Hi, my name is Robert Avelar, and I graduated in 2003 from Roosevelt. I was part of the house captain myself, so I know Mr. Johnson, Mr. Sal, and Mr. Wade. A big help for me during my senior year was going to Mr. Wade during fifth period and just filling out applications and for scholarships. Because being the first one to go to college, it's always hard to say, well, how am I going to pay for this? My parents can't afford this, my parents can't afford that. And Mr. Wade just told me, come into his class and just fill out applications for scholarships and the trusting system. And at first I didn't trust it, but it worked out. I graduated Roosevelt with a 4.16 GPA. That was 69 class.
I guess, a question that a lot of people have. They think college is going to be real hard and the work's going to be real hard. Is college work any harder than high school work?
No, nothing. Just busy work.
A lot of it is kind of, since you have to plan your own schedule, if you have good planning, you have easy time. Like the past 2 semesters, it's been fun. Just because I've been planning, and when I came in, I took calculus instead of taking like the math 100. So that put me 2 years ahead in math, which make it easier in the future to get easier classes.
I was the opposite. I took the basic math. Yeah. I was struggling as an ELM APT, so I had to take another English test, another math test for that. But it's okay because I know I don't do good in state tests and all that stuff.
ELM and EPT tests are tests that are required for you to come into college. So no matter if you want to take them or not, you're going to have to. And that's what makes you, and they kind of just place you, just a placement test.
What it's after you've been accepted by a four-year college, then, especially Cal State, then they're going to have an English placement and a math placement test, and that's what they're talking about. So if you don't do real well on it, will they kick you out of college?
No.
And the good thing is you can assess out of Spanish, or if you're good, at a foreign language, which you're good at, you can just take a test here and, get it over with. 16 units right away, that's a whole semester, you're ahead of the game. And that's a good thing, what? Okay. Yeah, so that works very well if you are good in your language, like, you get ahead right away. So that's a big thing. So I'm, because I run cross country, I only take 3 classes And since I passed the Spanish, I don't have to worry about it. I'm already ahead of the game. So, other people have to worry about taking Spanish or whatever other language you have to take. So that's...
It's not just Spanish, it's other languages.
Yeah.
Maybe you take a French class and assess it. And then you don't, it's not just a language class you can assess out of, that's what we call an assessment where you can just get out of it. It's maybe a computer class. If you guys are good for computers, you guys can just assess out of a computer class, Be like, oh, I know how to do this, I can put together a website. I know, there was a teacher that came last 2 weeks ago,
Hopkins.
Hopkins, yeah, I think he's pretty good. He does some cool stuff with the multimedia program there. So if you guys get into it, check out the requirements online, just assess out of it. That's another easy units, best classes, more money in your pocket.
Do you have to pay for those tests?
No, no, just come in, sign up, that's it.
There's one more person I want you to meet. You want to do yourself?
My name is Robert. I'm a freshman this year, and last year I was like an average student and dropped my GPA down to like a 2.8, and I still got accepted within a month. So it's like it doesn't matter, like as long as your GPA is like say above a 2.5, then you could get accepted easy. And right now my classes are pretty easy. I'm taking like remedial courses in my business class to get into my major, but it's pretty easy so far. And then if you need help, you can just make appointments with ASAP, and then they'll help you out, or you could enter programs where they help you out too, like the faculty mentor program, or Angel's my mentor.
I'm all their mentor. I am their mentor, all of them.
God help them all.
Anybody down there?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Like if you need the help, then it's there for you. So just look for it.
But Robert, you also graduated from Roosevelt too, right?
Yeah, I'm from Roosevelt.
All right, so there's actually more students who are going to come today. Hopefully, and there's one more. So there's a lot of us here, and a lot of us doing really well. She said she lived on Barton McKenzie. I lived on 3rd and Butler, Maple and Florence, Chestnut and Kings Canyon, Cedar and Clinton. Lived on Olive and 9th, and that was just when I was in high school at Roosevelt. So I have some things on here. But as you get here and you start doing really well, there's a lot of doors that will open up. And it's really important to understand because your GPA doesn't really say how smart you are. It doesn't say, hey, this guy has this high intelligence, they're really smart. It doesn't say that. It just says that you have the discipline and you have the focus and dedication to go to class every day and do your homework. That's what it says. And to professors, that means a lot. Because when you get to your junior or senior year where I'm at, you start working with these professors one-on-one. You get to a point where it's not you're doing homework or you're doing research for them. And you're doing research projects and you're going out to the field and you're taking data and you're collecting data and you're analyzing data. That's where I am at right now with my major. I'm going to show you a little video clip. I'm a history major, and because I'm a history major, I went on this research trip to Montana, and basically what they were doing is collecting science data about buffalo. So I'm going to show you a little clip, and I'll walk you through it. But they invited me to go, and I was chosen not because, mainly because, first I have the background, and I have a lot of experience in science. I'm a history major, but I have a lot of background in science. And also because I know these people really well, and they know that I'm a really good student. That's mainly why I was chosen. 2 days to get to Montana, and that's the main. He's a PhD researcher here. He's really good. He's an awesome guy. It's my friend Morgan, who's reading in the morning, really crazy. And that's moi. We're at this really
Asian.
famous Indian massacre site in Northern California. We just stopped there along the way to visit it. But there is a bunch of Indians who were massacred at this site.
There?
I don't remember, to tell you the truth. That's Yellowstone Canyon. This is just kind of the things that we got to see, but not necessarily what we were doing specifically. That's a geyser. Do you guys know what a geyser is?
Yes.
It's like a thermal. It's water, hot water coming up from the bottom. What's that? Anybody know what that is? No, it's not a crow. It's a raven.
New car pulls up and it just goes over there.
Ravens are like twice as big as crows. Okay, I want you. You guys watching? Watch this. That's a big animal. So what we're doing over there is researching the buffalo migration. Because the buffalo...
buddy, I'll stay on mine.
Tell you, we have all our gear on. I had to carry like 25 pounds of gear on me. So watch me and then watch him. We're crossing this river. I'm trying not to get wet.
Yay.
No black male footage for you. Next.
He's Australian. He has these long legs. Okay. Okay, so this is the park boundary right here. I'm going to show you something really fast.
Sit up straight there. Sit up straight.
Okay, this is the park boundary, and the buffalo carry this disease called brucellosis, and it's transferred to the cows that are next to the park. And that's the park boundary that he just showed you. I'll show you again in a little bit. But basically, the buffalo are shot if they get off the park by ranchers. And what we're doing over there, see, that's the buffalo going to the park boundary. And basically what happens is that the buffalo will, let me pause it right here. The buffalo will get on, the buffalo transfer the disease. What's important about the buffalo is that they're a big American icon in history. If you don't know, the buffalo were almost eradicated, almost to extinction. There wasn't probably more than 100 left about 60 or 70 years ago. So with the efforts of environmentalists, they helped bring up the numbers of buffalo. So now the buffalo inside the park are protected, but the buffalo always leave the park every once in a while to get food. And so what we're doing there is looking at all the places they go, and we would track that with GPS maps. And like you saw all the gear, we have all this gear, and we'd have to look at all the stuff that they'd eat. And so we'd have this tripod, and we had these lasers that shoot down, and all this crazy stuff. Basically, that's what we're doing over there. That's an antelope. That's the fastest animal in North America. Goes up to 60 miles an hour. That's the lasers. We're looking at the
Hey, here's a good way of looking at the lasers.
plant life.
Hey.
This guy's funny. He's our club advisor.
You're gonna get blind.
That's our club advisor.
I can't. Oh, my eye.
That's an elk. And this is an elk. And this is a male elk with his harem. Anybody know what that means? That means he has sex with all them. That one right there.
Thanks for pointing that out, Hazel.
It's nature. It's nature. This is me after hiking 7 miles. We hiked about 7 to 8 miles each day.
70?
6 miles each day. I got to see a lot of wildlife. This is a black bear. They look real cute. Yeah, they're called black bears. I don't know. But they're really cute. And the last part of our science trip is entering data. We're entering data into a laptop. All the data we collected during the day, we enter it into a laptop, and the main people who research and analyze this stuff, we'll go back to it later. All right. So that's us. That's what we kind of do. It's a little bit about the school. Now we're going to take on a little tour. So stand up, and we're going to...
That's Angel's butt. Girls, keep your eyes off that. It'll be in the video for you.
Sí.
So you guys are telling me Sergio is still asleep. Is that it, or we're saying he's in class?
We have class from 8 to 10, and I got out of class because I got a couple of girls to finish my work for me. So
adaptation, a skill that we taught.
you gotta adapt to everybody. You meet everybody, and then they help you do your work.
That is it. Those were our surfing days. Go to Kinko's, get the notes, and Did we just go over all the native plants just now?
Yeah.
This is a truck coming.
It's turning actually.
Roosevelt Math, it's still bigger than you.
Hey, you better move to one side. I think you need to run over here.
Oh, I thought it was gonna turn right here. It was signaling like 200 feet.
Bless you. I can't believe I'm filming walking.
Why are you filming walking?
He wants me to film walking.
I want to sleep at 5:30.
I think the one that ran last year? I think Garth, I don't know. He ran what? The one person who was like,
No, they made 2 new ones. They had to go make 2 new ones just for the game.
They carve bologna.
They keep one in the safe and one to use between schools.
Oh my
So
God.
they're backup, and this time it's called bonds.
Good morning.
Beautiful.
I want to record.
Welcome to the Watershed Institute. We grow native plant here, native plants, lots of plants here. And today you guys are going to be helping us plant a memorial garden across the way. We're going to plant some native plants. And how many of you guys know the difference or why planting native plants is important? Native plants are native to California, and native grasses, they live for thousands and thousands of years. So it just, I mean, and they hold the soil down. So this grass is different than the grass on the ground because this grass will live for thousands and thousands of years. I know it doesn't look like a very beautiful thing right now, but it's actually, they go dormant during the summer, and then so now with the rains, and they'll start growing, and you can kind of see the new growth is coming, this green and this purple. So they actually are very beautiful when they're growing, but right now they're not looking so beautiful. But we'd like to welcome you. Bree, who's usually with us today, is not here, so we're missing her. But anyhow, do we want to do a tour of the greenhouses?
Just the same old thing.
Okay, same old thing. So we'll do a tour, and Christina Hurley, who is the nursery manager, is prepping for you guys over at the site. So, and we have lots of fun choices of what you can either plant or help with the pathway or fertilize. So you have lots of choices about what you get to do. Welcome to CSUMB.
Yes,
and
If you want to go to college here, this is an option. It's a fun school. The class sizes are a little bit smaller. I'm a graduate of CSUMB. It's a fun place to go. So, welcome. Any questions?
Really fast. Remember I was talking about all the science experience I have, and I'm a history major? Well, I used to work here, and 1 year I got an internship working at the Watershed Institute, which is what this is. And basically what I did is I was taught about all the native plants, but specifically I was taught about the non-invasive plants. And the non-invasive plants are like all the ice plant.
What is Wade doing?
We just have this crabgrass.
Crabgrass. And
Está la mota.
my job was
Okay,
to
Wade
teach
didn't come
people
out.
in the community about the invasive plants. And there's a plant called star thistle. It's an invasive plant. And what the star thistle will do is basically it'll just plant itself, say right here, and then it'll take all the nutrients of the other plants and kill them. And doing that, it also takes the food for other animals. So it's this big ripple effect. But also, the star thistle has thorns on it that stick out, and horses sometimes eat the thorns, and they get lodged in their teeth. And when they do, something happens with the horse, but they get brain damage and they die. So we'd go out to farmers and we'd tell them about the star thistle, and we'd help them take care of the star thistle and whatnot. And so for a year, basically I was here in the community, learning about the stuff, teaching other people about it, working here, and it was lots of fun. So that's why I bring you here, because we do a lot of fun stuff here that a lot of people don't usually do in Fresno, except if you're at Sellers' garden. But those are little poppies. This is real stuff. All right, so we're gonna go and take a little tour of the nursery. And if you didn't know, this is a nursery. We're growing plants here, and a lot of the plants, what happens is we'll take these to places in the Salinas Valley, and we'll plant them in different places like parks and schools and whatnot. And mainly, we do that because it's like beautification. We go out and we take these places that look like crap, and we give them give them really beautiful plants, like all the ones you see here, and to make them look a little more beautiful. But also, bringing native plants to the area. What does that do? We bring native plants to the area.
Pinche Robert está como todo bien desvelado.
Exactly. It'll bring all the natural native stuff back, especially the animals. So that's the goal of the Watershed Institute. And so we're going to show you about the nursery a little bit. And if you have any questions, all these different plants have names, and you can ask their names, and they have a common name and a scientific name. And even though there's a lot of them, let's see, what's a really good one? Okay.
The plants that you guys are going to be planting
Robert,
today over at the Science Center are, we've got yarrow and buckwheat, a coastal buckwheat. It's a really beautiful plant. What else is up there? Poppies, irises, bluegrass.
Smell this.
No.
We have some sage, and we'll walk by the sage and point that out to you. There's I think that we have like 3 or 4 different kinds of sages.
It's so tight. Pass it along. So, all right.
What is that? We could go all the way, or we could go this way.
Oh, like garlic. That's what I got. It ain't weed. I was like, you know what I smell?
Sage.
Hey, güey, córrele para que te parezca Caps.
All right, follow us. Follow her.
So this is one of our greenhouses that we share with the Muslims.
They were on Sabrina's fans. Just in time, yeah.
Exciting, we're learning about native plants. Yes. So that's the spirit. That's what I'm talking about. Wait, you know you want to take some.
What? Your time.
What's that this time?
I've seen you guys before somewhere.
Hey, you look familiar.
And your former teachers were commenting that hearing you say, "Here, smell this."
It's an herb.
Natural. There can't be anything wrong with it. Cool, cool.
Is it tea time?
I figured no one would miss us for about 4 hours.
And we also have elementary school children. For the elementary school children, we go out and we teach them about a lot of work. It takes over, and it would take the nutrients from the other plants.
Doing fine. Good morning.
And Christina,
It's not raining yet.
No? Christina's the manager of the greenhouse that I was telling you about.
And so what we're gonna do today, the group, Roadrunner group that came, was it last week, a couple weeks ago? They started this garden, and then we've done a little bit more work on it. And now hopefully today we'll get to pretty much finish it up. We'll see. I don't know how much, if we're gonna have enough time to finish the whole thing, but we'll definitely try. We have some different sections here, and basically there are flags and different native plants, and so you can, all of those plants could be planted where, next to the flag that they're by, and we have to put them in these cages. Does anybody have any idea why I've
Go straight.
Huh?
So nothing can eat them.
Animals. Okay, I heard the animals. There's, yeah, and so nothing can eat them. Hopefully nothing can eat them. We'll see if they work. When you get closer, you'll see how some of the other plants have been planted in cages like this. So you'll just have to be digging your holes big enough to kind of fit this cage in, and then you can plant your plant inside of it. It doesn't go on top. It goes under. Now, well, sometimes they do put cages on top of plants, and that's usually in the case of a deer or something. We're going to do it on the bottom, and that's for gophers and ground squirrels, which is our big problem out here. And anyway, so there's a few different jobs to do. There is the planting in the different sections. There's these small wildflower plots, and we have this fertilizer spray that people can go around and spray plants with. And there's also this huge pile of mulch over there, and we have some big buckets. And that mulch, what we were going to do is put that in the path here. So whoever does that can get buckets of mulch.
So grab some gloves, and then I'll show you where the wildflowers are.
Yeah, grab a shovel. Okay, which part? What do we go
Nice tattoo.
Okay.
We'll have to grab this one.
Gotta get some baskets too.
Everybody's gonna need to grab back.
Yeah, it is flat. Right at it.
And there's some small plants. Yeah, you want the fertilizer at the base of the plant?
Ernesto, where's your shovel?
Thinking working for the state of California, find a shovel that's comfortable. This is a supervisor shovel. This is different from the other shovels. Get to work. Get to work.
This is what I get. You got me to do this work.
No, this is a supervisor one. Watch. Yes, that's good. This guy has a talent. He's from the heartland of Ohio. I think we can work something. These get big.
Vacation. Look at this.
They're just cold. We need to warm up. I know what you're thinking, Eliana. This looks like trash. This just looks like trash.
At least you're not picking up weeds.
You could have been picking up. You could have been pulling out the weeds last time.
Well, this doesn't look like this doesn't look like the natural cedar chips that we see in the nurseries.
I can't give it a couple years. Mari, you can go ahead and sort that the way you want it, just right.
Pine cones to the left, the branches to the right.
The obsessive compulsive.
There you go. You just dump it. Don't be afraid.
Well, then the foot rake it is.
Hold on.
Excuse me.
Or you use a shovel or something.
Excuse me. This is a supervisor's shovel. This is to lean on.
You're Caltrans.
Those are the work
measured
shovels.
it so it'd be right
I
at
told them they could get some training now. That's why you go to college.
Get to work.
So like the third time you did it, was that still an accident?
Yeah, good looking job.
So like you said, just flip it over. You can put your hand on the top. Just use your fingers. There you go. Tap it on the side if it's not, well, not into your hand because that'll pack it more.
They didn't want to come out.
Yeah, I'll come out.
Cool. Well done.
So put more dirt on the bottom. Take it out and put more dirt on the bottom.
Pull the whole thing up. Okay, put some of the dirt back so it'll sit higher.
Oh my god. I have never said before. Nah, this is what you gotta do. So. Go down. Eggs.
Happy workers, that's good. Good job, Ka. You planted. You came, you saw, you planted.
Came, you saw, and you planted.
You've left something that is here to grow now. Enjoy the moment, now get another one.
Right.
Hey, pull hard to get this shit out. Well, that's not coming out, right?
What?
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
How you guys doing?
Good.
It's already done. I don't even know how to check it. Oh, put it right there, Chris. Put it right there. What are you doing? Take it out of the way. Take it out. Put the pink one in there, though. No. Put the pink one in there. The people? The pink one in there. Oh, the pink one. Yes. That one right there. Make, oh, you see that? Make it from the bottom and take it out. Make it from the bottom. The black thing, just bang it. Bang the plant.
Do you guys have enough baskets here?
Pick it up, man.
There's 4 baskets over here in the corner under that
Pick it
tree.
up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Just bang it. My kid doesn't know what he's doing. I can tell he doesn't know this at all. You guys probably hired people. You probably hired people because you guys are lost. I have one thing. Boom.
him like that.
Oh, before you take, push that up.
Cheap labor, cheap child labor. Whatever.
Not too down.
Oh, it looks great. It's great. All you have to do is just press it down.
This one looks beautiful. It's the ugliest one I've ever seen. You did this?